finesse the source. I master the course, and I'm still alive, man. Jesus walks.
Yes, what's good, people? Myself, Man Like Rage, back with another video for you lot, back with another episode. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You gotta be in it to win it. Support your boy. Let's go. GINGAJ has made a formal apology online. He posted it on his story first, then he posted it onto his Instagram page, his main feed, which I think he should have just done in the first place, but who knows what was going on. So I made a video explaining that Ginga has gone online and said XYZ on Backchat London, and now he's receiving a whole leap of backlash. And my point was that if nobody's talking to him about what he's done and where he's going wrong in the eyes of people, then he's not going to understand the error. He's not going to understand the issue. He's not going to understand what needs to be cleared up and why he needs to go back and address it and explain XYZ, XYZ. Because if he doesn't think he's done anything wrong, then there's nothing for him to understand, right? But if somebody sits down with him and says, yo, this is where you've gone wrong, this is what you've done, this is what you need to address and understand why you're now in this predicament that you're in, with people posting you and insulting you and dragging you on the internet and your name getting bashed left, right and centre. And I feel like this is now the conversation that he's had. And this goes back to my point in the video that I made about it previously, with MARGS just going online and saying, I'm dropping him out, I'm disassociating myself with him because I don't want to be associated with him. I'm saying that's fine, that's cool, you can do all of those things, but it's equally as important to show people where you've tried to show him his error, where you try to speak to him about it and help him understand where he's gone wrong so he can understand and try and rectify it. And also to show people that when you have people around you that do things that may be deemed as wrong, that you have to hold them accountable. You have to pull them up on it and explain to them, look, just on a basic level of friendship as well, and brotherhood, explain to him, yo, this is where you've gone wrong, this is what you've done, and I feel like a man just got dismissed straight away and no education was shown. And that's why I was saying, Margs, you went wrong with not trying to educate him and just dismissing him. Like show us that you tried to educate him. Show us, innit? Whether you not had the conversation behind closed doors, we don't know, innit? But you didn't dismiss him behind closed doors. You dismissed him to the public. So educate him to the public as well. You understand? Like, you know, balance. But again, people just don't like to comprehend and understand things that I'm saying and explaining. And people are just saying, no, Mark's done the right thing. You've done the right thing. Bruv, I didn't say Mark's done the wrong thing with dismissing him. You can dismiss him all day long and drop him off the show. But I'm saying, as important as it was for you to drop him off the show and let people know, to show people by posting a statement, I feel like it was equally as important to show that you tried to help him to understand what the issue was, because as far as everyone's concerned, he's not understanding the issue. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's saying, I'm standing on it. Cool. You can have your preferences and your beliefs, but the way you addressed it, the way you behaved, like, address that with him. But it wasn't done. But now I feel like I don't know who it is. Someone's spoken to him clearly, because now he's actually apologizing for his actions and what he said and how he behaved. And he's gone online and said, I apologize to a black woman as a whole. And that was my point. That's just what needed to be done. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why now he's made this statement, put it out, and hopefully it can do him for better. You know what I'm saying? Because I've looked at comments and I've asked a few people, ladies. Some of them are saying, yeah, we accept the apology. Like, this is what you should have done in the beginning, taking accountability, and understood why we was angry and why it triggered us and all of these things. But some of them are saying, no, we don't want your apology. Just take your dirty apology and move, So you're going to get mixed responses, mixed reviews, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how it's going to go. But the main thing is that it was addressed. You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like it was a good thing that he addressed it. And yeah, you lot can have a read of the statement. You lot can say in the comments what you lot think about it. Is GINGAJ, has he rectified it? Has he saved himself? Or are they still going to hang him out there and just roast him and toast him and cook him and all of this name calling that we're seeing? Because remember, this video went very, very viral. The video went around in the UK first, then it went to America, then I'm seeing in Jamaica and the Caribbean are getting a hold of it and getting a hold of him and dissing him and calling him all types of names, some things I don't even know the meaning of, but I'm just seeing it online, and it was just going crazy. And he came online and said it took a hit on his mental health, which it probably did, with the amount of backlash she was getting from multiple continents. Like, that's millions and millions of people, you know what I'm saying? It's probably gone all over 10, 15 million views in total that he's probably racked up from the amount of different platforms that has posted it, from the amount of people that have reposted that we ain't even seen, from the amount of people dissing him. Imagine being dragged constantly, day in and day out. Imagine your mother being dragged, your mother's being posted, your partner, your girlfriend's being posted, your family, you got a brother, they're posting and they're dragging him. Like, that is a lot to deal with. That is a lot of backlash to deal with. And no average person should be dealing with that much animosity coming from so many different angles. And it gets to a point where he probably doesn't even know where it's going to come from next, because there's people that he's thinking are his friends and they're just going online and just disowning him as well. Like, because I know MARGS and Ginga, they had some sort of relationship, you know what I'm saying, friendship. And I know that Ginga looked at MARGS as a friend, as a bro, you know what I'm saying. For him to do that, what's going to stop everyone else doing something like that? Thinking, I don't need to explain to Ginga, I don't need to chat to him, he moved mad, I'm just dismissing him, I'm dropping him out. And that was my point. If everybody just drops him out and says, I'm ditching you, I'm dropping you out, I'm not moving with you, bust out, like, where is the learning curve? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we learn from that? How do we progress? How do we move forward together? And that was my whole point. That wasn't being done, so there was no learning being done. It was just bare dismissals. And I hope that everybody else can learn from this as well, because we need stuff like this to not happen again in the future. Certain conversations that people have and think discussions should be just behind closed doors and kept behind closed doors, because when it does go out into the public, it actually is damaging to the community, to the society, because it makes everybody else feel like, rah, he's saying it, he's part of them, I can do it. Just like, for instance, rap music. Man are making rap music and using the N-word and saying mine end this, my end that. Bruv, everyone else is gonna listen to it and sing along to it and get me. And some people are even gonna go out in public and be like, rah, like, I'm just singing a song, it's okay. End this, end that, my end this, my end that. When really and truly, when other people hear it, they will be offended by it. They will feel like you're being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? But it's for them to now be educated on why it's not okay to use certain words and say certain things and behave a certain way or whatever. But if nobody's educating them, they're gonna just feel like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you lot choose to do behind closed doors, whatever, and that's your business. But when it comes now out into the public eye and everyone can see what's going on and see what you're doing and how you're behaving and how you're moving, and now people that may be influenced by you, and I'm not talking about just Ginga, I'm talking about, like, in general, like with music as well. Like, when you may have an influence on people and they see these things and now they take it upon themselves to feel like it's okay to do this and do that, and now they're out here acting a certain way, it's not beneficial for the culture, not beneficial for us. And that's just my point. And that's why we need to take into consideration how we act, how we speak, things we say, things we do, because it doesn't just affect one person, it affects us all. The same way Ginga was saying, what he was saying was directed at one person, but so much people took offense to it. And that's that's just what happens with certain things that are spoken on. And that's why we got to be careful. We have to be careful. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than that. It's deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with that being said, myself, Ray, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Remember one thing only: God is the greatest.
Jesus walks, them man close the mouth when I speak. I got the keys, voice of the streets.